Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is Attorney Andre McKinney Dorval, a licensed attorney located in Florida. Guys, this video is a video update concerning the ICE raids that we reported in our last video that are supposed to begin January 21st, the day after the inauguration. I'm going to share my screen to share with you a news article that provides the latest update on these raids that are supposed to begin on January 21st. The title indicating Trump illegal migrant arrest to start on day one. Now, the article begins by stating that raids to detain and deport migrants living in the U.S. without permission are set to begin on the first full day of President-elect Donald Trump's new administration. Now, it goes on to say that it's unclear where the operations threatened by Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, could begin. Yesterday, they were saying that it would begin in Chicago. Now, this report indicates it's unclear where the operations will begin. Earlier reports indicated deportations would start in Chicago, a city with a large migrant population, as early as Tuesday. But Homan told the Washington Post on Saturday, last night, that the Trump administration is reconsidering after the location was leaked. Trump has vowed to oversee the largest deportation. Holman told the Post that the administration enforcement goals are broader than just Chicago. He goes on to say ICE will start arresting public safety threats and national security threats on day one, he said. We'll be arresting people across the country uninhibited by any prior administration guidelines. Why Chicago was mentioned specifically, he goes on to say he does not know. Now, in an interview with Fox News this week, the border czar, Tom Homan, promised a big raid across the country. He has previously said Chicago will be ground zero for the mass deportation. Homan expanded on the administration's plans on Fox News over the weekend, saying the deportations will not be raids, but targeted enforcement operations. He described these efforts as well planned. When ICE goes out, Tom Homan is saying, they're going to know exactly who they're looking for and pretty much where they'll find them. Now, let's continue on a little bit further down. Now, guys, this article is reporting that, according to Tom Homan, he said he expects deportation flights to leave in the first week of Trump's presidency and anticipates daily lawsuits from deportation efforts from organizations like the American Civil Liberties Union, also referred as the ACLU. Let's go further down. It's also reported that, however, the operations to be launched after Trump's inauguration on Monday is expected to target the so-called sanctuary cities that limit cooperation with federal immigration officials. Two sources familiar with the plans told CBS. ICE officials in the Chicago area recently asked agents to join this week's planned raids without notifying heads of the agency. Now here it says New York, Los Angeles, Denver, and Miami are also due to be targeted with raids. This is coming from the Wall Street Journal's reporting, citing unnamed sources familiar with the plans. It goes on to say some reports suggest that Trump could do away with long-standing policy that has made long-standing policy that has made churches off limits for ICE arrests. This is a long-standing policy of the agency that they wouldn't go into churches to perform ICE arrests. But according to some reports, this article is reporting that Trump could do away with that. Let's go further down. Going further down, it also indicates that Immigration raids at construction sites where undocumented migrants are often employed are also expected to resume after being discontinued by the Biden administration. And then we'll scroll down a little bit more. And the last bit I want to speak on this report is that now, in spite of everything this article is reporting, it goes on to conclude that the operations could pose difficulties for officials with limited custody space to hold detainees. So the updated information we're getting now, guys, is that Chicago may not be the first city where these raids or ICE operations will start. It could very well be in many cities across the US. So my first key takeaway for you is that speak to a licensed attorney. Secondly, have a plan in place. Our very first video on our channel was a video that talked about if you're at risk of ICE arrest or deportation, have a plan. Another key takeaway I want you to be aware of, if you are at risk of ICE arrest, detention, or deportation, know that you have the right to remain silent and to ask for an attorney. Guys, I will be keeping you updated as the information changes and as it continues to evolve. I do want to thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.